Crisis averted. We had a major catastrophe here at the Mike Gallagher Show. I forgot to wear green. A guy named Gallagher forgets to put green on for St. Patrick's Day. A guy who's about to inflict pain and suffering upon people by singing Danny Boy. And it's this hour, one time only. Big drama about that because a lot of people don't like my singing. And then it hurts my feelings. And I'm very thin-skinned, in case you haven't figured it out. So Tracy fashioned, it looks pretty good on camera. If you're watching on Salem News Channel, I now have a shamrock on my lapel, on my right lapel. My left lapel, I have an American flag. My right lapel, I have a shamrock. I'm covered. So we will present Danny Boy the proper way. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Let's take our breath. Let's catch our breath and try to recap everything that happened over the weekend. It's almost impossible to keep up. And I'm starting to believe that going on social media is hazardous to your health. People are so angry. Some people, not many. In fact, according to, CNN polling, not only are Democrats historically unpopular, but the country is headed in the right direction, according to NBC. This is a double whammy. And to people who are enraged right now, and I mean this, I'm delivering a message to those who might be listening to my voice or watching this show on Salem News Channel. If you are driving around in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and you're listening to 98.9 WORD, and you're enraged. You're mad at Elon. You're mad at Trump. Maybe you're mad at, I don't know, Melania. Did she do something wrong? Barron. Maybe you're mad at the kid. You're just mad. You're so angry. You're screaming at town hall meetings of your congressman. I saw one in, was it Asheville, I think? Asheville, North Carolina? This guy stands up and starts shrieking obscenities. You're taking away my Social Security? Who's taking away anybody's Social Security? Nobody's doing that. But the rage that people are feeling, you're angry at gang members from Tren de Aragua being shipped to El Salvador? That angers you? You're worried about their rights? The gang members who have done monstrous things to this country and to the communities that they infiltrated? My gosh. I want to talk with those who are so angry. What are you so angry about? Why are you so unhinged? Why are you, and maybe it's just not that many people, because again, look at the polling data. First, let's go to, and don't just take my word for it. Let me take you to CNN. That is CNN reporting on the current state of the Democrat Party in the eyes of the American public.
A brand new exclusive CNN poll that paints a brutal reality for Democrats as they struggle to mount a unified opposition to President Trump. Americans' favorable views of the Democratic Party brand are at a record low, just 29%. That's compared to 36% for Republicans. It is the lowest ever recorded for Democrats in CNN polling going back more than 30 years. As you can see, the party's numbers dropping a staggering 20 points in just 4 years. The CNN SRSR's poll also found 57% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning voters are more interested in seeing their party leaders stop the GOP agenda, compared to 42% who are more interested in cutting bipartisan deals. It is a big shift from where the party stood at the start of Trump's first term in 2017.
Okay, so we can stipulate Democrats are in a complete shambles right now. This morning, one of the MSNBC stars, with great bravado, quit the Democrat Party because Chuck Schumer, on Friday, relented and agreed to support the Republicans' continuing resolution to keep the government open. And incidentally, I want to take 30 seconds to praise Chuck Schumer. I don't do that very often, but we need to give credit where credit is due. I don't know that Schumer's intentions were all that honorable, frankly. I think he probably did the math and figured, boy, if we let the government shut down, there are going to be a whole ton of people that are never coming back to work. Trump and Doge are going to get their wish, and that's probably why he voted for it. But whatever reason, it doesn't matter. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that. Thank you, Senator Schumer, for doing the right thing. And even his actions are leading to more rage within the Democrat Party. But I've always been a guy who believes in giving credit where credit is due. And Schumer deserves a lot of credit. I think it was Scott Jennings who said that on Friday, that it took courage. It took courage for Schumer to stand up to the screeching hyenas of today's Democrat Party. And they're losing their marbles. You got the Simone Sanders cut? Let me play this. This is this morning on MSNBC, one of the big stars of MSNBC bidding adios to her membership to the Democrat Party.
Page 22 is where they zero out the money for the COPS program. I didn't write down which page it was on, but within this document, $1 billion cut from Washington, D.C. I'm a D.C. resident, and I'm pissed.
Yep.
Okay, so, there's actually little that the Senate minority leader can say, and the 10 Democrats that voted with the Republicans can say, to appease somebody like me. I'm about to change my registration to independent.
That's it. She's out. She's no longer a Democrat. We'll miss you, they'll say, perhaps. She's going to be an independent. Maybe we all ought to be independents. I don't know. But for those of us who like the way the country is headed, the direction the country is headed, I believe it's incumbent upon us to try to figure out why the other side is so enraged. I mean, here's the NBC poll. This is the highest level of Americans who think that the country is on the right track in decades. You got to go back to 2012 before you ever found a poll that shows this many people in America thinking that our country is headed in the right direction. Again, this is not Fox News. This is not Newsmax. This is not Real America's Voice. This is not One America. This is NBC.
First of all, the mood of the country. This really jumped out. We asked folks, is it on the right direction or the wrong direction? That 44% you say right direction, that's up since November. And if that doesn't seem like a lot, the last time it cracked 40%, you got to go back to 2012. The last time it actually hit 44 or higher, January of 2004.
Now, that's NBC. 27%, only 27% before Trump took office in November, thought the country was headed in the right direction. Now it's at 44%. Nearly half of all Americans believe that under Trump's leadership, our country is headed in the right direction. Now, I'm a pragmatist. I'm a realist. I know there's a lot of angry people. I'm trying to understand the anger. Look, I've never been a big fan of let's go own the libs. Oh, let's own the libs. We're gonna bust chops and we're gonna own the libs. Maybe it's because I was married to a Democrat. Maybe it's because I've got Democrats in my life who I love and care about. I know that we all tend to be in our own bubbles, and I feel the way I feel very passionately, but I also don't want other people to be this miserable. And I just wonder if you can help. I can't get this thought out of my head. Why are they so mad? Incidentally, the guy at the town hall, do we have that video? I think it was in Asheville. Guy goes just berserk, screaming and cursing at I think it was a state representative. I'll find out in a moment. Word is he was a plant. The word is it was a troll. It was a leftist. It was a Democrat. There's this narrative coming along that people are showing up at these Republican-led town hall meetings, and they're screaming and they're yelling and they're hysterical. And I think the one in Asheville, very progressive community, despite being in North Carolina. And I have seen video images of people in the streets. There are people with their signs protesting Elon, angry about Trump. I've said over and over again, I understand disagreement. I understand debate. I appreciate that people who didn't like Trump or don't like Trump aren't happy with the things he's implementing. Can you help me understand the rage?
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.